Nestled in a quiet Nigerian village surrounded by green hills and a bustling marketplace lived Chike, a man known for his wisdom and charm. His family was admired by all, his wife, Ngozi, soft-spoken and caring, and their daughter, Ada, a girl whose beauty and character captivated everyone she met. At 18, Ada embodied grace and diligence, her radiant dark skin, intricately braided hair, and warm smile making her the pride of her family. Ada spent her days helping her mother with household chores and her father with farm work. She was beloved for her humility, and suitors from all over sought her hand in marriage. However, Chike turned every one of them away. "None of them are good enough for my daughter," he declared each time. At first, the villagers admired his protectiveness, but as more suitors were dismissed, whispers of confusion began to spread. Ada often sat under the mango tree in their compound, lost in her dreams of love and happiness. She imagined herself wearing a beautiful traditional wedding dress, surrounded by music and joy. Her friends teased her, calling her the untouchable princess, but their jokes only deepened her sadness. Ada couldn't understand why her father wouldn't let her live her life. Ngozi noticed her daughter's growing unhappiness and decided to confront Chike. "She's no longer a child, Chike. She deserves a chance to find her own happiness," she said one evening as they prepared dinner. Chike waved her off dismissively. "I know what's best for her," he replied. One evening, Chike called Ada into his room. "You're too special for these men," he said, his tone soft but his words suffocating. Ada, gathering her courage, expressed her desire to make her own choices. Chike's demeanor darkened instantly. "Don't you dare defy me," he warned, his voice cold and unyielding. That night, Ada realized her father's love was far from pure. Chike's behavior grew increasingly oppressive. His lingering stares made Ada uneasy, and he controlled every aspect of her life. Her once bright personality dimmed, and she withdrew into herself. Ngozi noticed the change but couldn't get Ada to open up. "I'm fine, Mama," Ada would say, forcing a smile that didn't reach her eyes. Unable to bear the weight of her fears, Ada confided in her closest friend, Chinya. "Something isn't right," she whispered, her voice trembling. Chinya listened with concern and urged her to seek help. "You can't stay silent, Ada. Speak to Elder Okonkwo, he'll know what to do." Elder Okonkwo, known for his wisdom and fairness, listened intently as Ada poured out her heart. His face darkened as he learned of Chike's threats and behavior. "This cannot continue," he said firmly. He called for a village meeting under the guise of addressing a community issue. The entire village gathered under the mango tree. Ada stood before the crowd, her hands trembling as she began to speak. "My father, he has made my life unbearable," she said, her voice breaking. Gasps rippled through the villagers as Ada recounted her ordeal. Chike stood frozen, his expression shifting from shock to anger. "These are lies," he shouted, but the evidence Ada presented was undeniable. Elder Okonkwo and the other elders declared Chike's actions unacceptable. He was stripped of his respect and authority in the community, and Ngozi filed for separation, determined to protect Ada and herself. The house that had once been a prison became a place of healing. In the months that followed, Ada began to rebuild her life. Supported by her mother, Chinye, and the community, she found her voice. She became an advocate for young girls, encouraging them to speak out against abuse and oppression. Her courage inspired the village to establish a support system for victims, ensuring no one else would have to suffer in silence. Years later, Ede found love with a kind and understanding man who valued her independence. Their wedding was a celebration of resilience and hope, filled with music, laughter, and the vibrant colors of Igbo culture. Standing beside her husband, Ede felt a joy and freedom she had never known before.